Let's go, Birds, baby! Let's go! We are going to review the entire draft. Now, I know I made an episode strictly on our second-round draft pick, Dallas Goedert, and, you know, I've been reading up even more about this kid, and he is just going to be a stud. People say that they really do believe that he can even pass over Rodgers and have an opportunity to be a second tight end. I mean, our red zone just got even sweeter. It really did. Our offense got even sweeter. With that being said, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, comment down below on your thoughts and opinions, fellas. Let's go with this. In the 4th round, we take a cornerback from Pittsburgh, Avonte Maddox, and they are saying that off the field, on the field, this is a type of kid that will fit in with this cornerback and defensive backs. They say he's a little undersized, but he is a true leader in Pitt. He is a machine when it comes to his work ethic. He's had fantastic numbers with deflecting balls and interceptions, and he's going to actually be battling for a spot. I mean, they say he could play a little bit of inside, a little bit of outside, and he's going to be able to actually have an opportunity to take some minutes and be a part of this squad, and that's awesome. You love to see that. You love to hear that. Now that these guys are starting to get picked, I'm doing some research. I'm watching their highlights. I look at their strengths. I look at their weaknesses, and everything that I've read up on Avonte Maddox has seemed absolutely fantastic. Doug Peterson is saying that off the field is a big thing. I mean, his characteristics, he's a true leader, and he was at Pitt, and that's the type of guys that this team is really looking for. Character guys, family-like guys, and that's why also 5 picks later, this Josh Sweat kid from Florida State, defensive end, they are saying that this is one of the biggest steals in the draft, because he's first-round talent. But people are just a little bit nervous because he's had some injuries, but he's very explosive, coming off the edge, and people are so excited about this one. They were saying this, the perfect fit. This is just a perfect fit for the way that we love our defensive line, and we love the rush, and we love the way to rotate everybody, that Josh Sweat was an absolute no-brainer, 100% fantastic pick for this Philadelphia Eagles team. And even Avonte Maddox, they were talking about it. This system, both of these guys, Josh Sweat and him, this system with Jim Schwartz being a defensive mind wizard, that this is going to work out perfectly. And this was a great start in the draft for this Eagles team. Now we move on a little bit to the 206th overall pick, which was in the 6th draft, and we draft Matt Pryor, an offensive tackle from TCU, and in the 7th round, we also hit an Australian rugby player. Jordan is his first name, and I haven't done too much research on the Australian rugby player, I'll be honest with you, but that is another offensive tackle. So it looks like we are, you know, building the trenches, and that's where you win football games, and that's awesome. Good. Looking at the draft as a whole, for what it was, I mean, obviously we're not rebuilding. We don't have a ton of holes to fix or a ton of holes to fill. But for what we did in this draft with the 2nd round pick, getting a fantastic tight end in Goedert, which I'm so excited for, I really am. This cornerback, Avonte Maddox, and this Josh Sweat fella, come on, boys. Buy in. Buy in. And then 2 offensive tackles. I just love it. I 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 love it. For what it is, I love it. I trust in Doug Peterson. I trust in Howie Roseman. These guys that they've drafted looks like it's going to help out this team. And I am so excited to see where these guys move forward. Now, at the cornerback position, you got to remember, we also have Sidney Jones coming back from last year with that Achilles injury. So there's going to be a little bit of a battle for these guys, and that's good. It only makes them work harder and earn it. Let's go. And Josh Sweat, I'm telling you, put the star next to his name. Keep an eye out for this fella. First-round talent. A little bit of some injury troubles, and that made him fall down a little bit. A steal in this draft. I guarantee it, fellas. A steal. I am that confident. I am that confident. This kid is going to be a beast. Now, like I said, playing on the line, well, let me finish that thought first. I'm all over the place. I'm just so excited. With our line, obviously, how much time would he actually be able to receive? We don't know yet. But, you know, any amount of time, especially coming off injuries, is fine with him just to get a little taste of it, But what I was going to say was they were even praising that he can even drop back. I mean, he's really going to even drop back, maybe even playing like a little bit of a linebacker situation. This is just based off of what I heard on the draft as the draft was going on ESPN. But they said he can even drop back into coverage. Now, originally, I even thought it said outside linebacker, but on the NFL website, it has him listed as a defensive end. I'm stoked. I want the season to start right now. I'm missing football. Now that I'm getting a little taste of the draft, I've been a little sidetracked from the Sixers, obviously, and, you know, I know we still have some time. I don't want to get too excited yet. But, man, I just love football. Who doesn't love football? So, there is a little bit of a recap for this Eagles team and what they did in the NFL draft. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I want to hear your opinions on this draft, on some of these players. What do you think? Do you have high hopes for these players? I want to know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.